September 3rd, 2017, Santa Barbara, California. Looks like we had a small tornado or a microburst. My vote is tornado. Used to live in Texas, and this is the kind of damage that tornadoes do to large trees. So I'm going to show you some photos of different things that happen. This is a coral tree that just got twisted and torn apart, and this is what the tree would have looked like before that happened. Trees all around the area down near the harbor in Santa Barbara along Cabrillo Blvd. This is Pershing Park, were either torn apart or blown over. Even on the railroad tracks downtown, a tree was blown over and blocked the railroad track and had to shut down the railroad for a short period. Here's a palm tree that was just beheaded essentially. Palm trees can withstand hurricane force winds, so for them to experience this kind of damage, where you see a Canary Island palm, the head you're looking at probably weighs half a ton to a ton and was thrown 40 to 50 feet away from the trunk that you see there sheared off next to that building. That takes some serious force and a lot of twisting momentum, I think, to throw it. And then the trunk is laying on that car right there as well. So tore it into 3 pieces and tossed it a long distance for something that heavy. It's pretty amazing force, so I'm not sure about a microburst. My vote again is a tornado. So the damage occurred from the harbor on up to State Street. You're going to see it had mild flooding. There were a bunch of boats and people tossed into the water down in the harbor, and some people needed to be helped out of the water. I guess there was some rescue that happened there. And then as you go up State Street, which is the main street in Santa Barbara, this is actually, there was a 50-foot high star pine right here where you're looking at, and its head got sheared off right next to the railroad tracks downtown on State Street. Then as we move up State Street, you're going to see that a large tree had its head torn off and is laying on State Street, so they had to stop traffic for a while. A lot of the power was out. And then as you turn onto Gutierrez and State, right there on that corner, this large tree was torn apart. And then a block away on Chapala, you're going to see these last few jacaranda trees had their heads thrown sideways and twisted down. So a lot of damage from the storm. Santa Barbara's never had a reported tornado before, and whether this was or wasn't, a lot of damage saying that it probably was. Global warming, you decide.